The first stone of freedom. Imagine a world where power is everything, where the weak kneel and the strong rule through fear. A world where a single name can be erased forever, not by death, but by silence. This is the world from which one man escaped. And today, right here, on this empty land, he will change the course of history. His name was Takeshi Morimoto, once a proud samurai of the great Saito clan, a warrior born for battle, trained in honor, forged by discipline. For years, he carried their flag, defended their borders, and shed his blood for their victories. He believed in justice. He believed in loyalty. He believed in the code of Bushido, that a man's word is his life. But honor means nothing to men blinded by greed. One night, under the cover of darkness, Takeshi overheard a conversation that shattered everything he believed in. Hidden in the shadows of the courtyard, he listened as two officers spoke in hushed voices, voices he knew well. "The council has made their decision," one whispered. "Morimoto must disappear. He knows too much. The clan will not risk him turning against them." Silence followed, colder than steel. Takeshi felt his heartbeat slow, not from fear, but from disbelief. All the battles, all the sacrifices, every scar on his body, and now they wanted him dead. Not because he betrayed them, but because they had betrayed their own honor. There was no time. He grabbed his sword, wrapped his broken cloak around his shoulders, and rode into the night. Behind him, flames lit the sky. They burned his home to erase his memory. Riders chased him for days, hunting like wolves. He crossed forests, rivers, mountains, hiding by day and fleeing at night. His horse collapsed from exhaustion. His body trembled from cold and hunger. But his will never bent. Until one morning, when the first rays of sunlight pierced through the clouds, Takeshi reached a place unlike anything he'd seen before, a vast valley surrounded by mountains, untouched by war, silent as a prayer. The grass swayed like waves on an ocean, and the air carried the scent of pine and rain. For the first time in years, he felt peace. He climbed onto a hill, looked over the open land, and whispered to himself, "If the world rejects me, then I will build a new one." Right there, on that untouched ground, he made a decision that would echo through generations. He would build a city where honor meant something again. A city where the oppressed would find refuge, where strength protected the weak, not enslaved them. A city built not on fear, but on hope. But even the greatest dream must start with a single stone. So Takeshi chose a flat patch of ground beside a quiet river. The wind was sharp and the earth was hard, but he worked without rest. Day after day, he cut timber from the forest and dragged stones from nearby hills. He shaped every beam by hand, measuring every wall with precision only a samurai could possess. His palms bled, his muscles trembled, and rain soaked his clothes, but he built. This was not just a house. It was the government hall, the heart of the future city, a place where leaders would gather, where decisions would be made, where justice would be written and defended. Even though he was alone, Takeshi built it as if thousands were watching. As the walls grew higher, something strange began to happen. Travelers passing through the valley saw the rising structure and stopped to watch. Some brought water. Some offered tools. And some stayed to help. Among them was a farmer whose family died in war. a blacksmith whose village was burned, a young boy orphaned by bandits. People with nothing left but hope. They asked Takeshi, "What are you building?" And he answered, "A future." So they joined him. Side by side, they worked to lift beams and set foundations. They shared food beneath the stars and stories around the fire. In their eyes, Takeshi saw something he thought he had lost forever: belief. But peace is never safe for long. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the mountains and the sky burned red, Takeshi saw distant lights on the horizon, torches moving like snakes through the darkness. He recognized that formation. He heard those war drums once before. The Saito clan had found him. The workers looked at Takeshi in fear, but he did not tremble. He reached for his sword, held it to the sky, and spoke with a voice sharp as steel. "Let them come. I do not run anymore." And the people around him understood this city was worth fighting for. At sunrise, the government house was completed. Its wooden roof reflected the golden light, and a tall lantern hung above the entrance, shining like a beacon across the valley, a beacon that whispered, "You are not alone anymore." That lantern changed everything. It called to wanderers across the land, refugees, warriors, scholars, families searching for safety. One by one, they came. And with every new pair of hands, the dream grew larger. Now, with the first building standing strong, Takeshi prepared for the next step, to build a great palace on the hill behind it. A fortress of leadership, a symbol of unity, and a warning to any enemy who dared approach. But shadows still hunt him. Enemies march closer every day. And the first battle for this newborn city is about to begin. So remember this moment, the moment when a single man placed the first stone and changed the world. Because this house is only the beginning. If you want to witness what comes next, guys, the building of the Great Palace and the first battle, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Your support builds this story just as these walls rise from the ground. And comment below. What should we name this city? I will choose 5 names and include them in the next episode